Hello, charters. How are you all? Can you all hear me? Is everything fine? Yes, now, charters. Now, the previous lecture, we did what? In the previous lecture, we did company final accounts. We did format of company final accounts, balance sheet format, PL format, detail. Maybe did everything. We did few questions. Those questions were more than sufficient. Then we did dividend rules. So that was a chapter, wala part ka one chapter we did. And now today we'll start with accounting standards. Today we will start with accounting standards. So before we enter into a particular accounting standard, our institute has given a chapter called Introduction to Accounting Standards and Applicability to Accounting Standards. Am I clear? So let's first start with Introduction to Accounting Standards. Am I clear? So let's write down Introduction to Accounting Standards. Now, chartered, as soon as we enter Introduction to Accounting Standards, or when you hear the word accounting standard, what is the first thing that clicks you? So they are rules, correct? They are rules which is to be followed while doing accounting, correct? For example, if I tell you, uh, accounting standards may first let us concentrate on the word accounting and then we'll come to standards, correct? Yes, sir. Sir, accounting, so we know from childhood we are doing journal, ledger, trial balance trading, P&L balance sheet. Correct? From childhood you are doing this. Correct and correct, correct. Now, doesn't matter. So, first let us understand accounting and through then we'll enter accounting standards. Am I clear, chartered? Yes? No? Yes, sir. Now, 1 minute. Now, chartered. Are you able to hear me? Yes, sir. Now, chartered. So let's start with introduction to accounting standards. So write down concept 1. Concept 1. Introduction. Concept 1. Introduction. Now, introduction में my wonderful chartered accountants will start with 1. Point number 1, that is point number A. Accounting. Point number A, accounting. Now, chartered, if I tell you what is accounting, so you will start giving me definition, which you studied in your childhood. You remember? When you were nice, innocent people in life, when you studied your accounting in 11th standard, where teacher said accounting is the art of recording, summarizing, classification, and all that. The basic terms, may you tell me what is accounting? Now, suppose started you are doing business, correct? You are doing business, you are purchasing goods, you are selling goods, you are incurring expense, then you are generating profit. That profit you are investing, that investment is giving you return. You are purchasing assets, you are supposed to pay liability. So many transactions are there, correct? Those transactions you record or you don't record? It is, do you record or you don't record? You record. So accounting is nothing but an art of recording transactions, correct, of an enterprise. It is nothing but an art of recording or process of recording financial transactions for an enterprise. For what, Joy? Why do we record all these transactions? Now I'll ask you one simple question. 10 years back also you were a student. Today also you are a student. Correct? No. 10 years back also you are a student and today also you are a student. But what is the difference between student 10 years back and today? Sir, we have grown, sir. 10 years back, whatever we were studying, those were simple things in life. A for apple, B for boy. And now you are studying financial statements and tax and GST and company law and what not. Some high fund stuff you are studying. My question is, when you are studying throughout the year, why are you studying? To gain knowledge. Correct? And you have gained knowledge. What is the proof of that? Here you will go on studying, you are getting knowledge, but what is the proof that how will I come to know that you have gained knowledge? Or simply what you were doing time pass in the classroom, looking at her and looking at her and then thinking about future with her. You have done all this or not? Obviously, sir, we are still doing that only. Now, Chartered, my question is, you all are studying for gaining knowledge. After some time, I want a proof of knowledge. For that, what happens? Sir, examination happens. Correct. The examination gives you proof of knowledge. Your marks gives you proof of knowledge. So entire year we go on recording financial transactions for what, Joy? Sir, to find out profit. Correct. What is the proof of finding out profit? How do you find out profit? Sir, by preparing financial statements. Wonderful. So entire year you do accounting for finding out two things. How many things? Two things. One is how much did you earn? And second is what is your financial status at the end of the year? Yes or no? First is what? First is what? To find out profit. How much did you earn? And second is what is your financial status at the end of the year? Yes, sir? No, sir? Yes, sir. Now, chartered, that means can I say accounting is recording a financial transaction for ascertaining profit or status? Status is nothing but, in good English, what do we call it? Financial position. How do we find out that? By preparing financial statements. Am I clear? Yes, sir? No, sir? So, these 2 points first we write down? Yes, sir. First, let us write down 2 points. Now, charted, what is accounting? Accounting is nothing but recording, recording of financial transactions and events. Transactions and events by an enterprise, enterprise for ascertaining for ascertaining what? A, how much did you earn? Not good English. How much did you earn? That is correct. But how much did you earn in good English is known as to find out the financial performance. How much did you earn in good English is what is your financial performance? Am I clear? So for ascertaining your financial performance. Correcta, incorrecta? Correcta. Performance. Am I clear, chartered? Yes or no? Yes. Second, what is your status? What is your status? How do you find out your status? By looking at the balance sheet, and that is known as to find out financial position. Yes or no? To find out financial position. Status, bad English. Financial position, good English. Now, there are few doubts which should arise in your mind. Generally, those doubts do not arise because of overconfidence. If I ask you what is the difference between transaction and event or what is transaction and event, you say, sir, we studied all this in 11th standard only. Transaction is monetary and event is non-monetary. In Swami, no, both are monetary only. Transaction is what you do intentionally and event is a result of a transaction. Event is happening, which happens automatically, over which you do not have any control. So transaction is what you do, and event is what is the result. Oh, yes. Now, event are the results which may be within your, which are never within your control. For example, you purchase goods, it's a transaction. You sold goods, it's a transaction. Because you purchase goods intentionally or unintentionally. Sleeping, you thought, today let's purchase goods. Today let's sell goods. So you do purchase and sale of goods usually, yes or no? Yes, sir. So purchasing of goods is done intentionally. Sale of goods is done intentionally. 5 units you purchased. Okay, sir. 3 units you sold. Okay, sir. 2 units is left. That 2 units is left. That is an event. That happened automatically because of purchase and sale. The result is profit and closing stock. Both are event. So profit is also event. Closing stock is also an event. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, chartered, what is financial position? I kept on doing. What is financial performance? I kept on doing business throughout the year. We kept on giving profit. So, throughout the year, what amount of profit I made? That is known as financial profit. Throughout the year, what amount of profit I made? That is known as my profit or financial performance. So, what is financial performance? Financial performance is profit. What is financial position? Financial position is nothing but status. But Chartered, tell me, you are looking at status of an individual or enterprise? You are looking status of an individual or enterprise? Enterprise, Papa. You are not looking status of an individual. An individual who is selling gola on the street. No, no. An individual who is selling chaat on the street. No, no. You are not looking at the individual. You are looking at the organization. You are not looking at the chart wala, but you're looking at the chart shop. You're not looking at the stationery wala, but you're looking at the stationery shop. You're not looking at the owner of the stationery. You are looking at the stationery shop. You're not looking at the owner of a restaurant. You're looking at the restaurant. You're not looking at the owner of the hotel. You are looking at the hotel. So I hope it is very clear. We are doing accounting for enterprise to find out profit of the enterprise, to find out financial position of the enterprise. So these are basics which you have studied in childhood only. Yeah, I know. But just a recap before we enter. How do we do this? By preparing financial statements. By preparing financial statements. We can find out profit and status by preparing financial statement. Now, chartered second question arises, sir, what are financial statements? Now, financial statements, I am sure you are aware. There are so many people who would like a parrot will say, sir, PL is a financial statement, balance sheet is a financial statement, notes to account is a financial statement, cash flow statement is a financial statement, and statement showing changes in equity. Correct. How many financial statements are there? Five. One is PL, one is balance sheet. Third is what? Bolo Chandu. What is the third one? Third one is cash flow statement. Fourth one is what? Notes to accounts. Fifth one is what? Statement showing changes in equity. But tell me honestly, Chartered, but tell me honestly, to find out profit, you require all five. But tell me, honestly, Chartered, to find out profit and financial position, do you require all five? No, no, you don't require all five. You require how many? That is PL and balance sheet. So when we are talking about financial statements over here, chartered, we are talking about only two things: financial statements, ding dong, financial statements. Financial statement में will write it includes a statement, it includes a statement of PL. No financial performance. Why do we prepare statement of PL? We prepare statement of PL to find out financial performance. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. B. B charted. Second is what? Balance. Balance sheet. B is what? Balance sheet. Why do we prepare balance sheet? To find out financial position. To know financial position. Now, my wonderful chartered accountants, the brightest future of this country. Now, tell me, so what are financial statements? For now, remember PL balance sheet. That's it. Over. Now, chartered, you prepare financial statement. Do you prepare financial statement for yourself? First of all, who prepares financial statement? Sir, financial statement will be prepared. Financial statement will be prepared by the organization. Just imagine there is Dipesh Majithia Private Limited. Dipesh Majithia Private Limited has got financial statements, P&L balance sheet. Who prepared it? Dipesh Majithia Private Limited prepared it. Are you crazy? Will Dipesh Majithia Private Limited prepare? No, no, sir. It will be prepared by whom? By a chartered accountant. It will be prepared by whom? Chartered accountant. Am I clear? Remember, there is an organization whose financial statements are prepared by a chartered accountant. Chartered accountant means you people, you are boy or girl that you decide. But any which ways now, so we can have a common hairstyle for both. Correct? No? So, Dipesh Baditya Private Limited ka PL and balance sheet will be prepared by a chartered accountant. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now my question is, this financial statement is for prepared of Dipesh Majitya Private Limited by a chartered accountant for what purpose? Sir, for users of financial statement. Acha, who are the users of financial statement? Sir, users, there are 7 users. This you told in company final accounts also. Very good. How many users are there? 7 users are there chartered. Can you tell me who are the 7 users? Yes, sir, I can tell you the 7 users. First user is investor. Wonderful. Second user is lender. Third user is wonderful. Gayatri. Third user is what? Sir, third user is employee. Fourth, suppliers. Fifth, customers. Sixth, government. Seven, public. Am I clear? So there are 7 users of financial statement. So Dipesh Majithia Private Limited financial statements, financial statement of Dipesh Majithia Private Limited is prepared by chartered accountant for users. What are the who are the users? Such 7 users are there. Correct, incorrect, correct. I'll come back to this drawing after 2 minutes again. I'll come back for the drawings after 2 minutes again. Now, hey, now number 3. Users of financial statements. Users of financial statements. Who are the users of financial statement? A. Investor. Ding dong. Investor, the person who invests money, shareholders. B. Lenders, debenture holders, or bank which has given loan. Why they have given loan? To do whatever. given loan to do whatever they feel like. We can use that money wherever we feel like. No, no, Swami, that money is not for partying. That money is not for partying. That money is for business, investor, lender, employee. Sir, oh sir, what will employee do with the financial statements? Now, chartered, let's assume you are an employee of XYZ Limited. Let me not take of any company. You are an employee of XYZ Limited, and after working there for 6 months, after getting salary there for 6 months, suddenly you see the financial statement and you realize, yo, what is that? You realize that the company is in bad position. Fixed assets, current assets less, current liability too much, sales are decreasing, profits are not there, and you see those balance sheet in the night with the blanket on. Inside the phone, you are seeing the balance sheet and profit and loss account. Tell me, chartered, what will be your immediate reaction? No, sir, leave the organization, run and join somebody else. Exactly. So, whether your company is doing good or bad, that you'll find out. Suppose you find out you are a segment head, ITC ka cigarette head you are, and then you see the financial statement. Cigarette ka sales have gone up crazily. ITC is making tons of money by selling cigarette. Don't you think next day powder water laga ke applying powder, you will go to the owner and tell my segment is doing brilliant. So I want an increment. I want share of profit. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So don't you think employees are also users of financial statement? Yes. So investor, lender, employee. Then so suppliers and customers. Wonderful. Then suppliers and customers. Suppliers means those who supply goods. Then F, government. What does government have to do with the financial statement? What government has to do with the financial statement? They look at the financial statement and keep on staring. Beautiful financial statements. Cute. No, no, government is supposed to look at the financial statement, find out the financial performance, and don't you think government is supposed to charge tax on that? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Thereafter, chartered. What? Thereafter, public. What will public see? Public will look at the financial statement and decide whether to invest or not to invest. Journalist will see the financial statement and decide whether to report or not to report. Good reporting, bad reporting. Oh, correct. Now charted, so that this much you understood. What you understood, that accounting records financial transaction. Accounting means recording of financial transaction. What is the purpose of recording financial transaction? To find out profit and financial position status find karna hai. How do we find that? By preparing financial statements. What are financial statements? Financial statements are basically two things. There are five, but for time being, you remember two things. What are those two things? One is PL and one is balance sheet. Who will prepare those financial statements? That financial statement is prepared. Financial statements of a company is prepared by a chartered accountant for users of financial statement. Yes or no? All users are seeing the financial statement. Yes or no, sir? Now, chartered, let me ask you one simple question. Suppose if I tell you Berger Paints earned a profit of 2 crores. Berger Paints earned a profit of 2 crores. Now tell me, is Berger Paints doing good, bad, average, pathetic, amazing? Sir, 2 crores, too much of profit. I have never seen in my life. One student is saying, oh no, sir, 2 crores. That is pathetic. Pathetic. Why? Sir, my father earned 10 crores every year. 2 crores, bad profit. So don't you think this is becoming a subjective matter? Yes or no? Yes, sir. But if I tell you Berger Paints made a profit of 2 crores, And Asian Paints made a profit of 0.8 crores in the year. Oh my God, Berger Paint is doing amazing. Are you understanding? Now you will say Berger Paint is doing amazing. But if I say Nerolac Paints is made a profit of 5 crores, then you will say, oh shit. Berger Paint is doing better than Asian, but not as good as Nerolac Paints. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, if I tell you last year Berger Paint made a profit of 1.2 crores, then you will say, Balle, Balle, last year they made 1.2 crores, this year they have made 2 crores. That means they have improved. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, chartered, that means how do you find the performance? You remember the day you used to come running from your school taking results. Then your results, your parent used to see. Correct? And the immediate question they used to ask, suppose they saw 95% in your result. They are not happy. God knows why. No parent, no mama, no father is happy looking at 95%. Their immediate question is, how much did Radha get? How much did Sharma ji ka son get? How much did Ayyar ka beti get? Now chartered, and you tell them they got 96, they got 97, then your 95 is futile. But if you tell them Sharma ji ka son got only 85%, Ayyar ji ka beti got only, Ayyar ji's daughter got only 89%, then they'll say, wonderful beta, keep it up. But generally, this does not happen. If you tell them that your friends have got more than you, then you are done. If you tell your friends have got less than you, that means you will get patting on the back. No, no, that we generally don't get. We kids have only one thing in our fate, that is belting from our parents. Then our parents will ask immediately next question. Acha, you got 95%. Tell me the last year you got how much? Last year, if you tell that you got 97 and this year you got 95, again belting. But if you say last year you got 93 and this year you got 95, then they will say work hard, improve further. Are you understanding? So how do they find out our performance? Anybody finds out performance by comparing with others and comparing their past performance. Am I clear? So users of financial statement also see financial statements to compare it with other organization like Berger Paint ka you're looking. If you look at Berger Paint ka financial statement in isolation chartered, will you understand anything? No. You have to pick up the entire paint industry. All company ka financial statements you are supposed to see and then check where is Berger Paint standing. Am I clear? What is the market share of Berger Paint? In which paint sector Berger Paint is doing good? What is the profit percentage of Berger Paint in comparison to other paint? Then you will understand whether Berger Paints is doing good or bad. Secondly, then you compare Berger Paint ka previous year ka report with this year ka report, yes or no? That means, can I say uses of financial statement, use the financial statement for comparability, yes or no? But these users face two issues. One is of comparison and one is lack of accounting. For example, I'm going to pre-accounting standard period. Pre-accounting standard period. Now, depreciation may somebody can use SLM, somebody can use WDV, somebody can use this method. So there are a lot of alternatives available. Same asset you are using, same asset I am using, I am charging SLM, you are charging WDV. Can we compare our financial statements? No. In childhood, you had heard that you can make a comparison between apple and not apple and orange. And for apple and apple, the accounting treatment for the same transaction should be same or different. Sir, it should be same. Exactly. Accounting for same transaction should be same. I am valuing closing stock on FIFO basis. You are valuing closing stock on LIFO basis. We are into same industry, same stock, but our valuation methods are different. You are into same industry, same stock, but our valuation methods are different chartered. Will it do? No. Then I imported goods to abroad. I generated foreign currency. How to account for foreign currency? Oh my God, there is no accounting treatment written anywhere in accounts. I have sold goods in foreign currency. And how do I account for foreign currency transaction? Oh my God, I don't know only. Looking at generation of foreign currency, government became very happy. Told Dipesh, brilliant. I got thank you. And then government gave me donation. Oh my God. Government gave me donation. How to account for that donation? Means in some cases there are too many alternatives. So comparability becomes difficult. In some cases there is lack of accounting treatment available. So comparability becomes difficult. I received donation, you also received donation. Correct? But I accounted donation in my sweet fashion, you accounted donation in your sweet fashion. Is comparability possible? No. I got land from the government, you also got land from the government. I accounted in different fashion, you accounted in different fashion. I got an employee to whom I am supposed to pay gratuity at the end of accounting year, at the end of his account, well, at the end of his working life. I got an employee to whom I have promised that I will pay gratuity at the end of his working life. You have also an employee to whom you have promised gratuity on retirement. How much gratuity you will pay? How much gratuity I will pay? That is different. Correct? How will you account for gratuity? We did not have any accounting standard. There were no rules written. So we accounted the way we felt like. Am I clear? So users of financial information for comparability purpose were facing two problems. One is comparability issue because too many alternatives, and second was lack of accounting treatments. Am I clear? Oh my God. Understood, sir. What are you trying to say? Hence, to solve these issues of too many alternatives and lack of accounting treatment, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India created a board called ASB for framing accounting standards to resolve all these issues. And this is why Chartered Accountants accounting standards came into existence. Am I clear? Oh, sir. Dialogue. है. Now chartered. Now chartered. So let's write. D. Problems of users of financial statement. Problems of users of financial statement. What is the problem? Problem is of comparability ability financial statements. Problem is comparability of financial statements since since chartered since chartered ding dong lot of since lot of alternative since lot of alternative treatments since lot of alternative treatments were available for one transaction. Lot of alternative treatments are available for one transaction. Example in Deption, we have straight line method, reducing balance method, depletion method. Leave it enough. And इन्वेंट्री वैल्यूएशन में we have got LIFO, last in, first out, first in, first out, weighted average method, simple average method. Oh my God, which industry should follow which? So many treatments are available. Oh, since lot of alternative treatments are available for one transaction, this was a problem for comparability and lack of accounting treatments, lack of accounting treatments in certain situations. In certain situations. Which situations, sir? Situations like that is foreign currency transactions, then government grant, then chartered retirement benefits. In all these areas chartered, we did not have any accounting treatment only. Oh, so what was the fundamental problem of users of financial statement comparability? They could not compare financial statements because of two reasons: lack of alternative treatment and lot of alternative treatment and lack of accounting treatment. Am I clear? In some areas, lot of alternative treatments. Lot of alternative treatments. In some areas, lack of accounting treatments. So this led to a problem of comparison. When I say comparison chartered, comparison means interfirm, Berger and Asian Paints, intra-firm within the firm, last year and current year. Correct? Am I clear? Interfirm and intra-firm. And this comparability is possible if there is same accounting treatment which everybody follows. There are less alternatives, and it becomes easier for us to understand chartered. Am I clear? Yes or no? Hence, chartered to solve this issue, accounting standards were made. So first question is answered. Why is accounting standards issued? Let me first write and then explain chartered. Hence, to address the above issue, of preparation of financial statements within the bounds of rationality, thereby ensuring comparability, and completeness of financial statements accounting accounting standards were framed. Am I clear? Yes, no. Now, Chartered, listen. To address the above, preparation of financial statement within the bounds of rationality, thereby ensuring comparability and completeness of financial statement, accounting standards were framed. So, why accounting standards? You understood. We started very slow process mein, that accounting, we do business. For what, Jay? For earning profit. Who does business? Entity. So, chartered, there is an owner which has an entity which does business. Business does a lot of transaction and events. This transaction and events are recorded. Recorded for the purpose of finding out profit and financial position. How do we find out profit and financial position? By preparing financial statements by P&L and balance sheet. Who prepares them? It is prepared by chartered accountant of the organization. It is prepared by the chartered accountant of the organization. Am I clear? When he prepares financial statements, this financial statement he prepares for whom? Users. How many users are there? 7. The users of the financial statements started facing a major issue. Major issue of what? Comparison. Comparison means inter-firm, intra-firm comparison. Inter-firm means within the firm. Inter-firm means between two firms. Intra-firms means within the firm. Berger Paint, Asian Paints. Inter-firm. Berger Paint current year, Berger Paint previous year. Intra-firm chartered. Am I clear? Comparability issues. Why? Because of too many alternatives and no alternative. And hence, to solve this problem, what were introduced? Financial statements. So chartered, now it became mandatory that these chartered accountants, are you understanding that financial statements of the company are prepared by chartered accountants in accordance with AS for users of financial information for easy comparison. Oh my God! Financial statements of the entity is prepared by chartered accountants, in accordance with accounting standards for the users of financial statements for comparability purpose. Am I clear? Yes, sir. Sir, who gives you this case? So there is an organization. Yes or no? There is an organization. This organization of financial statements are prepared by whom? The financial statements are prepared by a chartered accountant. Keeping in mind what? Accounting standards. Am I clear? Who have issued accounting standards? Accounting standards are issued by ICAI. Accounting standards are issued by ICAI. Now, Chartered, tell me, how do we come to know that the financial statements which we have prepared are in tune with accounting standards or not? Oh my God. These accounting standards are applicable on the entity or financial statements of the entity. Sir, it is applicable on the financial statements of the entity. Wonderful. And these financial statements are prepared in accordance with accounting standard or not. How do you find out that? That a particular chartered accountant has prepared financial statement as per accounting standard. For example, you have heard of Satyam Computers? Yes, sir. Satyam Computers, did Satyam Computers have a chartered accountant? Yes, he definitely had. Did he prepare financial statement as per accounting standards? Exactly. Have you heard of DLF? Yes, sir. Did DLF have a chartered accountant? Yes, sir. Did DLF prepare financial statements as per accounting standards? I doubt, sir, there was a scam. Exactly. Like this, every third day you hear a scam in books of accounts. Yes or no? But those financial statements are prepared by chartered accountant, not prepared by chartered accountant. So it is prepared by chartered accountant, no? So how do we come to know that this chartered accountant has has prepared financial statement as per AS. For that, we have a boss who is known as auditor, who checks whether the financial statements are prepared by the chartered accountant as per accounting standard. Oh my God. Now the things are very clear. Now listen to this very clearly. Accounting records financial transaction and events to find out profit and financial position by preparing financial statement which includes P&L and balance sheet. These financial statements are used by users, 7 users, for the purpose of comparability. And there was difficulty in comparability because of too many alternatives and lack of alternatives. To address this issue, accounting standards were framed or published by ICI. So ICI has published accounting standards for what, Joy? To make sure that financial statements of the entity which are prepared by the chartered accountant for the users for comparability are prepared in accordance with accounting standards, for which they have kept a watchdog. Who is that watchdog? Auditor. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So I hope you understood why accounting standards are there and how institute makes it sure that an organization is following accounting standard. Sir, institute has kept an auditor, but auditor is also a chartered accountant. No? Yes. What is the difference between only chartered accountant and auditor? What is the difference between only, this is just for Gyan, okay? What is the difference between chartered accountant and auditor chartered accountant? Chartered accountant, suppose I have got a company called Reliance Industries Limited. So there's a chartered accountant working in Reliance Industries Limited. Is he an auditor? No, he is in employment of Reliance Industry. He is in employment of Reliance Industry. There's an independent chartered accountant who has got the right to check the books of Reliance Industry. This independent chartered accountant, which has got right to check the books of Reliance Industry has appointed him to make sure that he checks the books of accounts of Reliance Industry, which are prepared in accordance with accounting standards. This chartered accountant is an independent entity. This chartered accountant is employment. This chartered accountant, which is an independent entity, has got COP, that is certificate of practice. So CA plus COP will become an auditor. Only CA with an employment, he prepares financial statement, but an auditor can check the financial statement. Who is an auditor? A chartered accountant with certificate of practice. Oh my God, too much of Gyan for today. Shall we move ahead? Yes. So you understood what are accounting standards why. Sir, you told auditor. Auditor is again appointed by Reliance Industries only. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So still Reliance Industries can make or tell or undue influence or coercion on the temple of the auditor and say to prepare financial statements according to his wish. Is this possible? Yes, possible. When this institute comes to know about this, their COP gone, their practice is taken away or banned. Oh, Satyam case mein so many chartered accountants lost. You can check every year so many chartered accountants lose their COP just because of malpractice. Am I clear? So after studying so much beta, putting in and day out, so much of stress, forgetting social life, putting money, putting energy, and then you become chartered accountant, and then you do one scam, and if you get caught, you are gone. CA ka certificate is gone. Am I clear? So I request you don't do all that. Oh, we will do, sir. You move ahead. Okay, Babi. So you understood what is introduction. So why accounting standards we have understood. Now chapter concept two. Concept two. Accounting standards. First we understood what is accounting, which led to why accounting standards. Correct? Now, chatted, if anybody asks me the meaning, What are accounting standards? A. Meaning of A's. Now, if I ask you what does accounting standard mean, so what will you say? So accounting standards are documents. Accounting standards are rule. Accounting standards are process. Accounting standards are guidelines. Let's put it in a very simple manner. It would sound very odd, but when we take a deeper dive, no, better you'll understand. Accounting standards are standards of accounting. Simplest definition. Sorry, you just interchangeable. I told you, no, it will sound very weird. But if we take a little deeper dive, you will understand. Accounting standards are standards of accounting. What are standards? Now, chartered. For example, Apple wants to produce this phone. Correct? Yes. This phone will be produced in a factory. Yes, no. There would be hundreds of workers working on this phone. Yes or no? Can they produce phone in whatever size, design they wanted? No. Sir, they have made a rules and a plan process that this size, this specification only they have to make. Exactly. Those are nothing but set standards which helps us to give out the standardized product. This shirt also was manufactured in bulk. Do you think that this shirt would have been manufactured in bulk without any standardized process? No. So there were standards which helped us to give us a standardized output. So accounting standards are nothing but standards of accounting. Standard means process, document, guidelines, framework, so that different aspects of accounting make the financial statement standardized. So standards are rules which makes the process or the output standardized. Am I clear? Yes or no? Now chartered, for example, first let us write accounting standards. Natural love and affection we'll call AS only. Okay. Accounting standard is too big a word. Accounting standards are standard of accounting. Accounting standards are standards of accounting. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, chartered, what are standards? So standard, as you said, they are written policy documents, written policy documents containing containing set of processes, guidelines, guidelines, framework, framework for different aspects of accounting. For different aspects of accounting to make financial statements standardized. Standardized. Correct. To make anything standardized, same, similar, alike, you need to have a standard process. Correct? Yes or no? So now you understood the meaning of the word standard. To make anything standardized, we must have set of rules. That set of rules or set of documents or set of framework, guideline, processes, that is nothing but standard. Are you understanding? What is the standard of making a duster? It should be 5.5 inches tall. It should be 2 inches broad. It should have this curvature design. It should be of this wood. It should have this much of sponge. These are rules, guidelines, framework, and this together is called standard. Am I clear? So, what are accounting standards? Simplest word will be that standards of accounting. These standards of accounting helps financial statement to be standardized. Acha, for different aspects of accounting, so many aspects are there in accounting. Like I tell you, intangible asset. So as soon as you think about intangible asset, what should come into your mind? What is intangible asset? Why do we require standard for intangible asset? Correct. What is intangible asset? Why do we require standard for intangible asset? What we might think are intangible assets, but they are not. Then how to record intangible asset? At what amount to record intangible asset? Where to record intangible asset? So as soon as we pick up one aspect of accounting, now there are so many things. Why do we require why do we require a standard, or what will the standard tell regarding that particular item? Suppose I say mobile. So why is standard speaking on mobile? Second, what is the definition of mobile? Third, what are not mobile? How to record a mobile? What is the value of mobile? Where will you show in financial statements mobile? So as soon as you pick up a item in accounts, first, why do we require standard? What will standard talk about? Second, definition. What is not? How you will record? So a standard caters to many chartered, many aspects of accounting. What are those aspects which I have written over here? For different aspects of accounting, what are the different aspects? Aspects of accounting. Aspects of accounting means one item to लेकर there are so many aspects. So every accounting standard chartered deals with 7 aspects. How many aspects? 7. I know 3, 4 are major, but in total there are 7 aspects of any accounting standard. The aspects are objective, scope, definition. Objective, scope, definition. Objective, scope, definition. OSD. Objective, scope, definition. Then recognition, measurement, presentation. Recognition, measurement, presentation. RMP. Last is D. Recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. OSD, RMPD. OSD, RMPD. OSD is objective, scope, definition. Then recognition, measurement, presentation, and disclosure. Am I clear? So first let us write it down and then we'll understand every aspect of accounting standard chartered. So point number B. Aspects. Aspects covered by accounting standards. What are the aspects covered? Am I clear? What are the issues covered? Issue covered is PP is covered, inventory is covered, government grant is covered. What issues are there? So many issues accounting standard covers. Every issue will have so many aspects. Am I clear? So issue and aspects are different thing. I hope you understand. There are n number of issues. How should we treat depreciation? That is an issue. So we have an accounting standard on depreciation, which we'll talk about 7th. What is the objective of the standard? What is the definition of depreciation? What is not depreciation? How to record depreciation? How to measure depreciation? How to show depreciation? And write a note on depreciation. Am I clear? If I say there's an issue of foreign exchange accounting, then what is the scope of this? What is the objective of this standard? Second, What's the definition of foreign exchange? Third, what are not foreign exchange? How to record foreign currency transaction? How to measure foreign currency transaction? How to show it in the financial statement? So issues is foreign currency and it has got aspects. I hope you understood the difference between issue and aspects. Aspects covered by accounting standards for for different issues or areas of accounting. Am I clear? If you want, you can write about issues and areas. What were the issues? PPE is an issue. How to value depreciation, everything will be done. Intangible asset is an issue. ITA, government grant is an issue. Retirement benefits is an issue. Foreign currency transaction is an issue. For every issue, accounting standard has how many aspects? 7. OSDRMPD. O S D O is objective. Objective. Why? Objective means why a particular standard is issued, which accounting area it covers. And that is objective. Second chartered not applicable to which items? Now chartered understand this very carefully. Not applicable to which items? For example, I have written standard on inventory. So it is not applicable to what? Some common sense. Apart from inventory, it is not applicable to anything. Correct? No. Let's apply a little more sense. If it was that easy, no. English, scope. Now, if I tell only boys are allowed, this standard is on boys. Correct? Then I told out of scope with one hand, with gray hair, with blue eyes. Now, with one hand, gray hairs, blue eyes. I'm talking about girls or boys with one hand, boys with gray hair, boys with blue eyes are not allowed. Oh, so first you told this standard is on boys. Then you told it is not applicable on with one hand, with gray hairs, with blue eyes. So that means you're talking about those boys which have these characteristics are not covered in this standard. Exactly. So when I say inventory, and then I say, if I say inventory, then I say minerals. That means I am talking that if minerals are inventory, it is not covered under inventory wala standard. Oh, suppose if I say intangible assets and then I say debtors, that means debtors is an intangible but not covered over here. Either it is not covered anywhere or it is covered in some other standard. Am I clear? Yes or no? So, not applicable means, for example, I say inventory and a person is buying and selling shares. The person who is buying and selling shares, whose business is buying and selling shares, don't you think the shares which are unsold lying in his demat account Are it inventory? Yes or no? Yes, sir. But AS2 says, Accounting Standard 2, inventory valuation says that it is not applicable to investments. What does that mean? Investments are not inventory, or they are inventory, but AS2 is not applicable. Oh, out of scope means it is inventory, but AS2 is not applicable. When I say intangible asset, AS-26, and over there it is written it is not applicable on RAM. What does that mean? RAM is not intangible or RAM is intangible, but AS-26 is not applicable. Oh, RAM is intangible, but AS-26 is not applicable. Exactly. So that is the scope that it covers which intangible in this standard. Which that means they basically says there are hundreds of intangibles, out of which these 8 are not covered, rest are covered. So they don't tell us which are covered. They tell us which intangibles are not covered. So rest intangibles are covered. When I say these inventory are not covered, that means rest inventory are covered. When I say government grant, this is not covered, that means rest are covered. Oh, understood, chartered? Yes or no? Not applicable to which item, or not applicable to which item? Correct. Number 3. Number 3 chart, definition. Definition that is simple, it will define. Number 4. Recognition. Now charted, recognition means, understand this. It's a random example I'm taking, okay? But use your brain. Accounts is really beautiful. If you that drip of knowledge gets inside your head, now you'll understand. Oh my God, the concepts are clear, so very easy it becomes. What is the definition of asset? Asset is a resource. Simplest definition. Asset is a resource which gives us future economic benefits, and which is within the control of organization. Which is within the control. So it gives us future economic benefits and it is within the control of the organization. Now, I'm walking on the road. Is it giving me future economic benefits? Yes. It is within my control. Yes, I can use the road way I feel like. I can dance on the road. I can sleep on the road. Nobody will tell. I'm not allowed to do illegal activities. So is the road giving me benefits? Yes. Is air giving me benefit? Yes. Is water giving me benefit? Yes. And economic benefits they are giving. I can use water, air in factory also. No. So when I take the water in the house, don't you think that is within my control? Yes. So is it giving me future economic benefit? Yes. Is it within my control? Yes. Is it an asset? Yes. Can I recognize it? So what do you mean by recognize it? Can I show it in my balance sheet? Oh, recognition means to record. Exactly. Achha. Yes, you can record. No. This is the definition of asset. This is not the recognition principle of asset. So that means if, for example, you gave me this mobile as a gift, correct? Does it have a future economic benefit? Yes. Is it within my control? Yes. As soon as you gifted me, it is now within my control. Nobody else can use it. I can use it the way I feel like. So does it qualify the definition of an asset? Yes. Can I record it in balance sheet? That I don't know. So definition of asset is different. And definition, recognition principle is different. Recognition principle is if an asset can be recognized, if its cost can be measured reliably. Oh, you have gifted me. Can I find out its cost? No. Can I recognize? No. Except there's one exception in entire accounting standard, which is regarding if you get such gift from government, then you can record it 1 rupee. Then we come to it later on. But any asset can you record in balance sheet? No, all assets. Suppose I have done a lot of effort in suppose I'm teaching over here. Every year I have taught thousands of students in so many places in the country. I've got database of all the students. Does database give me a future economic benefit? Yes, it can give me a future economic. Every name, address, phone number, does it have a value? Yes, it does. Yes, no. Entire world is running after data only, no? Instagram is for what? Data only. Facebook is for what? Data only. WhatsApp is for what? Data only. So scamsters are calling you because they are buying data and calling you. No. So data is, does it have a future economic benefit? Yes. So I've got name, phone number of lot of students. Is it within my control? Yes. So is it an asset? Yes. Can I record in my balance sheet? No. Why? Because I did not pay for that database. Cost cannot be reasonably ascertained. So until an asset and recognition of asset is different. So recognition means when to record and how to record. When to record when the criteria is fulfilled. How to record means what is the journal and ledger. Oh my God, it is really nice. That means when how to record, when and how to record a particular item or transaction or transaction or event in accounts. So when I say now, how will you record this? Bad English. How will you recognize this? Good English. I don't know. What is, how will you show depreciation? How will you recognize depreciation? Okay. So when means criteria. How means journal and ledger. When and how to record. How to record means. So when means if certain criteria. Criteria. If certain conditions are fulfilled, then you can record it as an asset. If certain conditions are fulfilled, then only you can recognize it as an expense. It may individually satisfy a definition of asset, but all asset cannot be recognized. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Yes. When and how to record. How to record means journal and ledger. So generally, when I say I recognize this, that means I'm telling them pass the journal entry. I don't understand. Whenever I say, how will you recognize this? That means I'm talking about, I'm asking you a journal entry. How will you recognize depreciation? That means you're supposed to say it's a depreciation to us. Are you understanding? So recognition is a good English, record or pass a journal entry, bad English. Okay. Now, 5. Measurement. Measurement. Now, that measurement means, suppose if I tell you record depreciation, recognize depreciation, what is the journal entry? Depreciation to PPE. Correct. Is the accounting done? No, Swami. Accounting will be done when you write some amount over here. Amount. Amount at which a transaction can be recognized, that amount is known as measurement. How to find out the value, how to calculate the value, that is known as measurement. So these amounts are measurement. This is journal. So journal entry is complete with this recognition plus measurement. Am I clear? Then you get a complete journal entry. Yes or no? Yes, sir. That means chartered. What value to record? What value? That, that calculation of value is known as measurement. Finding of the value is known as measurement chart. Am I clear? 6. Presentation. Presentation. where to show in financial statement. It will go in PL, it will go in balance sheet, it will go as income, it will go as expense, it will go as asset, it will go as liability, it will go as current asset, it will go as non-current asset. Are you understanding? Everything that is presentation. Where to show. Quality disclosure. Now, chartered, suppose uh, closing stock should be valued at cost per NRV, whichever is lower. Cost is 10,000. NRV is 5,000. Now, chartered cost is 10, NRV is 5. So, we'll record at 5 cost per NRV 8. NRV 8. So, cost is 10,000, NRV is 8,000. You will record it at 10 or 8. 8. Cost is 10, NRV 8. So, you will record at 10 or 8. Sir, 8, sir. Now, chartered, how did you get this cost? Cost, you can get it by FIFO also. You can get it by weighted average method also. How did you calculate VAM? NRV. Are you understanding? So in financial statement, you will see in the asset side 8,000 is written. So in notes you like disclosure mein 8,000 is lower of cost and NRV. Cost has been computed by using FIFO. NRV has been computed as under. That is qualitative, which you cannot write in the financial statement because financial statement records only numbers. Clear? So qualitative description that numbers would make sense with disclosure. Are you understanding? Suppose if you see inventory valuation 5,000, what will you understand? Whether it's a cost or NRV, how will you come to know? Notes, disclosure say you will come to. Bank body 10,000. Now that bank body 10,000 is maximum what you have taken. That bank body you have taken against which asset? That bank body per interest is how much? From when you have taken bank body, from where will you get all this information? Disclosure. PPE, the value. From where did you get that value? Everything is in disclosures and notes to accounts. Oh my God, interesting chart. Everything you knew now, but you are now getting a structure. Qualitative and quantitative description of items or transactions of is known as disclosure. Now, chartered, you understood how many steps are there, how many aspects of accounting. So, you understood aspects covered by A's for different issues. So there is an issue, and for each issue, there is an accounting standard. Each accounting standard deal with 7 aspects. O, S, D. O, objective. S, scope. R, recognition. R and DP. Recognition, measurement, presentation. So now I hope when I say measurement, I'm talking about number. When I say recognition, I'm talking about journal entry. I hope am I clear. So that means if you when you want to record, you pass the journal entry to record. So it will come in your books of account. So when I say de-recognition, that means you are removing from books of account. When you record, it is known as recognition. When you are removing, it is known as de-recognition. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So now you understood. But let me tell you, chartered 4, 5, 6, 7 are the most important. Recognition, measurement, presentation, and disclosure. Now, chartered. Look over here. Example. Plant and machinery, machinery cost is equal to 10,000 and life is equal to 10 years. Correct, Chartered? Now tell me, number one, amount of depreciation. Amount of depreciations are 10,000 divided by 10 is equal to rupees 1,000. 10,000 divided by 10 years, 1,000 is the depreciation of each year. I tell you one more thing, Chartered. Must. As soon as you divide it by 10 years, what do you think? You have expected that the asset will be used for 10 years or asset is already used for 10 years. So life is 10 years, and when I'm calculating depreciation for the first time, 10 years have expired or 10 years are yet to come. So 10 years are yet to come. That means 10,000 will live for 10 years. Therefore, in current year, it is 1,000. That means you are trying to say you will use this asset for 10 years? Yes. Where you will use this asset? So businessman, why you will use this asset? To generate profits, sir. Exactly. Where will you use this asset? In business. For how many years you will use this asset? 10 years. That means, don't you think you are expecting that the business will also be there for 10 years? You are assuming asset will be there for 10 years. But will the asset be used in the business? Yes, that is you have assumed by default. As soon as you say divided by 10 years and depreciation is 1 year, that means you are going to use the asset in the business for 10 years. You can use the asset in the business for 10 years only if the business is also for 10 years. Yes. That means, don't you think by default you are assuming going concern? And that is why when you start assuming things by default, Chartered, that time you call it fundamental accounting assumption. And that is why going concern is a fundamental accounting assumption. Am I clear? As soon as you wrote 10 years, you have assumed business will also be there for 10 years. And hence you have assumed going concern. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Number two, journal entry. Depreciation to injury. How much? 1,000. Number three, SPL. SPL में I wrote depreciation and amortization. Over there I wrote number four. I wrote depreciation is charged on slim basis, SLM basis, slim straight line method. Am I clear? Now charted. So you calculated the depreciation, then you pass the journal entry, then you disclose the depreciation in the P&L and the depreciation is charged on SLM. Now charted, this is known as measurement. This is known as recognition. This is known as presentation. Correct? And this is known as disclosure. Oh my God. So that is why these four are considered RMPD, are considered most important. Recognition. So all accounting standards may charted. All accounting standards may, it will keep revolving around these four parts only. So we understood what is accounting standards. First we understood why accounting. First we understood why accounts. That why का answer था why accounts, profit and loss. How to find out profit and loss? Financial statement. Who will prepare financial statement? Chartered accountant. For whom it will prepare? Users. What's the problem with the users? Comparability. Why is the problem in comparability? Lot of alternative and lack of alternative. Hence, to solve this issue, we have got accounting standards. What are accounting standards? Accounting standards are set of rules to make the accounts standardized. Am I clear? What are the aspects of accounting standard for different areas? There are 7 aspects, and these are the 7 aspects. Am I clear? Yes or no? Now, thereafter, the most important question, which we generally hear as far as A's are concerned, is advantages of accounting standards. My wonderful chartered accountant, what is the advantage of accounting standards? Advantage of accounting standard is SDC. Standardization or this which is disclosed, too many disclosures and comparability. So now you understood what is accounting standards, meaning of accounting. Now, who brings this accounting standard? Accounting standard comes in front of you and it is brought to you by whom? Setting up of accounting process and applicability of accounting standard, we do it after break chartered. So first we finish the introduction of accounting standards is over chartered. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes. See you after break of 15 minutes. We meet at 12:45 for further ahead in AS. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Hello, Chartered. Hello, Chartered. Welcome. Shall we move ahead? Yes, no, yes, sir. Now, Chartered, we did advantages. Now, let's move ahead with concept number 3. That is AS setting up process, Chartered. How to set up AS? The process, no? Yes, no, yes, sir. Now, AS setting up process started. AS setting up process, how to do concept. AS accounting standard setting setting how to make an accounting standard. What is the process of making an accounting standard chart? Now, for setting an accounting standard or for creating an accounting standard chartered, for setting an accounting standard or for creating an accounting standard chartered, AS ICAI has created an accounting standard board. Are you understanding? Is that all okay, no? Good, no? Thank you. Account AS ICI has set up or constituted a body which is known as ASB. So chartered ICAI AI has constituted accounting standard. ICAI has set up an accounting standard board which frames the accounting standard. Am I clear? ICAI has set up an accounting standard board which formulates accounting standards. Now, chartered, what are the steps? There are 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God. 10 steps. Yes, एकदम simple. Just listen. First is they find out issue or the area for which accounting standard is to be framed. First, they find out issue or area. Then they constitute a study group who would review the accounting study group. Correct? This study group would study this area and create a draft AS. Draft AS. Then there are comments and views. After incorporating comments and views, there is exposure draft. Exposure draft. Then charted on this exposure draft also there is comments and views by whom? Public. Then there is modification. Modification. Then there is issue of accounting standards. Then it is notified by NAFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority. National Financial Reporting Authority. Notified by NAFRA and MCA to companies. Am I clear? And then there is review and revision in future. Am I clear? It is very simple. I tell you. It is very, very simple how to understand. First, there is area. Then there is study group. Then there is preparation of draft AS. After draft AS, comments and views. First area, then they create a study group, which will frame the AS. After it is framed, that framed AS is known as draft AS. That draft AS is put to public for comment and views. After comments and views, they incorporate comments and views, then prepare exposure draft. After exposure draft, there is again comments and views. They modify the exposure draft. So modification takes place. After that, it is issued by ISB. Then it is notified by NAFRA and MCA. Then there is review and revision. So first is area or issue, then there is group, then there is draft. First find out the area, then create a draft, then create a study group. Who will create a draft? Draft के बाद comments and views. Area, group. First the issue, then find out the group who will study that issue, create a draft AS. Then draft AS is put for comment and views. After incorporating those comment and views, there is exposure draft. Again, exposure draft के बाद comment and views. So, area, group, draft, comment and views. Exposure draft. Again, comment and views. Then modification because of views and comments. Then issue. And then issue by ASB, and thereafter it is notified by NAFRA. Am I clear? And last, it is review and revision charted. So this is very, very simple, not at all a challenge to remember the steps. Are you supposed to remember the steps? No, roughly you should remember that first you'll find out the area, then you will create a study group. That study group will prepare an AS, that is known as draft AS. Then it will be open for comments and views. After incorporating comment and views, they will create an exposure draft. That exposure draft will be again available for comments and reviews. Then based on those comment and reviews, they will modify the exposure draft and issue the AS. That AS is now notified by NAFRA and MCA to companies, and in future there will be revisions and reviews of this accounting standard. Am I clear? Yes sir, no sir. Yes sir. Now chart. So this is how it is. AS is set up. Now charted after AS. So why AS? What is AS? How to prepare AS? And AS is applicable on whom? That means concept 4. Concept 4 charted. Applicability of AS. Applicability of AS. Now charted. Applicability of AS. AS is applicable on whom? Individual or organization? Individual. I told you not the chart wala, but the chart shop. Not the owner of the stationery, but the stationery shop. Not the restaurant owner, but the restaurant. Not the owner, but the organization. It is applicable to any organization. Any organization which is involved in commercial, industrial, or business activities. Any organization which is involved in commercial, business, or industrial. CBI, commercial, instead CIB लिखो. Commercial, industrial, or business activities. Am I clear? So it is applicable on individual or enterprise. Any enterprise, yes, any enterprise which is involved in commercial, industrial, or business. Whether their motive is profit or not profit, that is out of the question. But chartered, it is applicable on all the organizations which are involved in commercial, industrial, or business activities. Clear? Yes, no, yes, sir. Now, chartered, applicable applicable to any enterprise engaged in commercial, industrial, or business activities. Correct? So it is applicable to only those organizations which are involved in commercial, industrial and business activities. Therefore, any organization or any enterprise which is not involved in commercial, industrial or business activities, AS is not applicable. For example, an organization which is set up for merely receiving donation and transferring donation, they are not involved. They do not have any intentions of making profit. They are not involved in any commercial activities. They are not involved in any production activities or trading activities, and their intention manufacturing, no. Trading, no. Service and generating profit, no. They are just acting as a liaison officer, collecting donation, transferring donation. To them, is it applicable? No. Therefore, not applicable, not applicable to enterprise solely carrying on, solely carrying on activities which are not CIB. CIB means commercial, industrial, and business. Am I clear? Activities. Example, collecting, collecting donation, giving them to flood affected people. On them, AS is applicable? No. Now, sir, that I understood. It is applicable on any enterprise which is involved in commercial, industrial, or business activities. It is not applicable to those enterprises which are not involved in these three activities. They are merely taking funds and transferring it to somebody. They are not manufacturing, they are not trading, and their intention is not profit making. They are collecting money, giving money. Am I clear? Yes or no? Just donation, that too. They are not creating money also. They are collecting and giving. They are not creating money by doing some social work also. Are you understanding? So they are just collecting money from one place and giving it to some other place. They are not involved in any profit making. They are not involved in any creation of service. They are not involved in any creation of goods. They are not involved in any trading of goods. Then it is not applicable. When I say goods, it means goods and services both, beta. Am I clear? Now, the second question arises, The second question arises, it is applicable to all enterprises, any enterprise? Yes. Sir, which types of enterprise? Company, non-company, or any? Any enterprise. So it can be company also, non-company also. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So chartered. So chartered. Point number two. Classification of enterprises. Entity. It means one and the same. Now chartered. Broadly, they are classified into two parts. Broadly, they are classified into two parts. One is corporate and other is non-corporate. Non-corporate means chartered. Is it applicable to the person selling chart on the streets? I again tell you, I'm not interested in the person selling chart on the street, but definitely I'm interested in the shop. On that shop, is it applicable? That we will decide later, applicable or not applicable. But that shop will fall under non-corporate. So non-corporate includes sole proprietor, LLP, trust, partnership, or cooperative society. So non-corporate includes everything: sole proprietor, partnership, LLP, trust, anything. Now tell me, chartered, will it be applicable to ICAI? Will it be applicable to BB virtuals? Yes. Service profit making. Corporate, non-corporate. Non-corporate. It is not a listed company. It is not a company yet. Correct, chartered. And if it is a company, it will come under corporate. Am I clear? Veranda. The listed entity. Will it be applicable? Yes. Corporate. Will it be applicable on BCCI? Yes. It is a trust. It is involved in commercial, industrial, business activities. Yes. BCCI is making profit. Yes or no? Although it's a trust, but it is business activity chartered. AS is applicable. Am I clear? ICAI. Again, is it applicable? Yes, it's a trust. It's a corporate society. Is it applicable? Yes. Why? Profit to banata hai. They are involved in business activities. They're not just collecting money and giving you services. They are selling books also. They are selling courses also. So they are also involved in business activities. Therefore, AS is applicable on them also, chartered. Am I clear? So any kind of trust, sir, Tirupati, Balaji temple, on that also AS is applicable. It is a trust, but they sell hair. That is a business activity chartered. So AS is applicable. It is not the entire organization. Even if the part of the organization is involved in CIB, then AS is applicable. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now chartered, corporate entities are divided into two categories. Non-corporate entities are divided into four categories. Oh, one is known as SMC, small and medium sized. Let me do it this. SMC, small and medium companies. Non SMC. That means non small and medium companies. That means we are talking about basically large companies. Am I clear? SMC, non-SMC. SMC means छोटू company. Non-SMC means big company. Now chartered, and this is divided into 4 parts: level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Now chartered, sir, if it is applicable on all enterprises, why did you bifurcate between corporate and non-corporate? Corporate, again, you bifurcated. It is applicable on all corporates. No. When you said non-corporate, it is applicable if they are involved in business, CIB, commercial, industrial, and business. Then why did you bifurcate it into 4 parts? It is any which way is applicable to all. You are absolutely correct. That it is applicable to SMC, non-SMC, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, all. But chartered, is it applicable in same degree or different degree? All AS are applicable, some AS are applicable. How many accounting standards are? 29. Which two are deleted? A, 6 and 8. You remember that we discussed in introduction. How many accounting standards are there? 29. AS1 to AS29. How many deleted? 6 and 8 are deleted. So 27 accounting standards are there. There are 27 responsibilities. Are all supposed to carry all the responsibilities? Your father also carries some responsibility. You also carry all the responsibility which your father carries. No, there is some exemption and relaxation. Oh, science 6th standard to 12th standard, everybody has to study science. But entire science will be studied by all the standards. No, 12th wala will study all science. 9, 10th wala will study little less. 6, 7, 7, 8 little less. 5, 6 little less. So degree of application of the standards is not entirety mein, but with few less. Am I clear? Yes or no? All standards are applicable? No. That means chartered. On this accounting standards are applicable? Yes. Are all accounting standards applicable? No. So that depends. If you are a small, you will be given certain relaxation. Papa, no relaxation. All responsibilities. Over here, Papa, all responsibility. Elder brother, little less responsibility. Level 3, younger brother, little less responsibility. Sister, least responsibility. Am I clear? So all is some exemption, more than some exemption, most exemption. Am I clear? Exemptions or relaxations. Am I clear? So depending upon your stature, your stature, your bigness, accounting standards are applicable. Am I clear? Now the doubt arises, chattered. The doubt arises, sir, what is AMC, SMC, what is non-SMC, what is level 1, what is level 2, what is level 3, what is level 4? That is the first doubt which comes into your mind. And the second doubt that comes to your mind is, sir, which standards are applicable and which standards are not applicable? Am I clear? Yes or no? So now you understood, is it applicable on corporate and it is applicable on owner or organization? Organization. Which types of organization? Which are involved in CIB? Those organizations are bifurcated into which parts? 2 parts, corporate and non-corporate. Is it applicable on corporate and all non-corporate? Yes, provided they are involved in CIB. But then also we bifurcated. Why? The bigger organization, all ASs are applicable. Smaller organization, less number of AS are applicable. That means some exception and relaxation is provided to them. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So some AS are fully exempt. Some AS are partially exempt. Some responsibility you have to fully do it. Some responsibility you don't have to do it. Some responsibility में partial वाला drama is there. Am I clear? Yes or no? Cleaning of the house, everybody has to do it. So fully applicable. Am I clear? Kitchen work में some exemption is there. Earning में full exemption is there. Am I clear? Father cleaning, you cleaning, everybody keeping the house clean. That responsibility is shared by everybody. Kitchen work, parents full. Papa full, mama full kitchen responsibility. You little less. Am I clear? Earning, no responsibility. So some standards are you have to apply full. Some standards you don't have to apply. And some standard partially you have to apply. Am I clear? Depending upon which level you are. So this is basically called large, medium, small, and micro. So now you'd be understanding large has no relaxation. Medium has little, medium has relaxation. Small has more relaxation. And micro has most relaxation. So over here, no relaxation or exemption. Medium, little. Correct? Little relaxation. More relaxation and exemption. Most. That does not mean micro mein aate full exemption. No, no. Full is only to those who are not involved in CIB. Correct. Those who are involved in CIB, they IAS is applicable. Understood? Yes or no? So SMC, small and medium size. So little relaxation and exemption. SMC, little relaxation, exemption. Correct. Non-SMC, fully applicable. That means no relaxation or exemption. That means chartered, this area, all AS are applicable. Which area? Non-SMC, all AS are applicable. Level 1, all AS are applicable in entirety. That means over here we can say all AS applicable. So let me write that in later part. Understood? Yes or no? So classification of corporate entities, classification of enterprises two, corporate, non-corporate. Corporate means SMC, non-SMC. SMC means small and medium companies. Non-SMC means non-small and medium. Non-small and medium means large. And non-corporate mein four, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. This I have created. No, no, chartered. Institute has created or my bar. Am I clear? Now chartered. So now your doubt is, sir, what is exemption? What is relaxation? So let's understand applicability. Rather, number three, how do you identify level 1, level 2, level 3? Am I clear? So number three, non-corporate, non-corporate entities. Non-corporate entities में chartered, non-corporate entities में chartered, ding dong, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Now that conditions. What conditions do you fulfill so you become level 1? First condition is regarding securities. Securities means shares, debentures or bond. Securities means shares, debentures or bond. Level 1 में Large entities listed or in the process listing in India or abroad. In India or abroad. Correct? Yes. Then type of organization. If it is bank, financial institution, FI stands for financial institutions, or insurance company chartered, by default they are considered large. Acha. Number 3, turnover. Their turnover should be greater than 250 crores. Their borrowings any one condition you have to fulfill. Borrowing should be greater than 50 crores. And number 5, holding and subsidiary of any of the above. Now chartered. So if any company is listed company, or it is a bank, financial institutions, or insurance company, for them you don't have to check only. They are large only. So either the securities are listed or in the process of listing. Bank, financial institutions, and insurance. Wonderful. Thereafter chartered. Number 3, turnover should be more than 250 crores. Borrowing should be more than 50 crores, or holding and subsidiary of above. Any of one of the condition is fulfilled. Chartered. Then chartered it is level 1 entity. For example, A Limited. A Limited has got a turnover of more than 250 crores. Yes. That means A Limited is level 1. Yes. Subsidiary of A Limited. Chartered, which has not fulfilled any condition, still it will be considered level 1. Holding company of A Limited. Whether fulfilled any condition or not, will be considered level 1 entity. Am I clear? So if you are level 1, your subsidiary and your holding will be considered as level 1. Am I clear? So level 1 ke liye either you should qualify 4. What are those 4 conditions? Number 1, listed or in the process of listing in India or abroad. Number 2, bank, insurance, or financial institution. Number 3, turnover more than 50 crores, or borrowings more than 50 crores, or holding and subsidiary of any of the above, of any of the level 1 entities. Am I clear? Yes or no? For level 2 entities chartered, this obviously, this is gone. Turnover greater than 50 crores, less than equal to 250 crores. So 50 said to 50, level 2. Turnover greater than 10, borrowings less than 50 crores. This is do. Do means ditto mark, same point. Am I clear? Same point. Holding a subsidiary of any of the above. So if you are level 2, your holding and subsidiary by default will be considered level 2. So suppose you are level 2. Okay. Suppose A Limited is level 2. Okay. Subsidiary of A is level 1. Then A will also be level 1. If A is level 2, there is a subsidiary of A which has not satisfied any of the first 4 conditions, If there is a subsidiary of A Limited, A Limited is level 2. A Limited is level 2. It has a subsidiary which has not satisfied any conditions of level 2. But since it is a subsidiary of A Limited, it will be considered level 2. Okay. Now suppose there is Ram Limited, level 1. Subsidiary Sham Limited, level 2. But subsidiary will by default be considered level 1. Because Papa is level 1. Oh, so reverse. Ram is level 2 and subsidiary is level 1. Then RAM is a holding of subsidiary. Again, it is level 1. So both ultimately will become 1. So holding or subsidiary, if any one is level 1, so it will become level 1. So if there are holding subsidiary, which whoever has the higher level will be considered that level for both. If it is 2 and 3, then both will be considered 2. Am I clear? Suppose 3 and 4, then both will be considered 3. So holding and subsidiary में whichever company has a higher level, both will be considered in that level. Okay, understood. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, level 3, tick, 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 tick. Greater than 10 crores, less than equal to 50 crores. Greater than 2 crores, less than equal to 10 crores. Holding and subsidiary of any of the above. Now, holding and subsidiary is level 2, then everything will become level 2. But holding and subsidiary is of level 4, then they will become level 3. Understood, no? So, if one is level 2, another is level 1, then both will be level 1. One is level 2, another is level 1, another is level 2, then both will be level 1. One is level 2, another is level 3, then both will be considered level 2. One is level 3, another is level 4, then both will be considered level 4. Sorry, level 3. One is level 4 and one is not there only. Level 4. Higher level. I am talking about holding and subsidiary. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Now, level 4. Turnover less than 10 crores. Borrowings less than equal to 2 crores. Holding a subsidiary of level 4. Am I clear? Yes or no? So this is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 ka description for non-corporate entities. So first one is large, second one is medium, third one is small, and fourth one is micro. Sir, below less than 2 crores. Less than 2 crores means 0 to 2 crores. Less than 10 crores means 0 to 10 crores. Below 0, that cannot be there. No? So if the organization is involved in commercial, industrial, and business activities, by default, it will come in level 4 at least. Yes, sir. Now chartered corporate entities. Corporate this. So level 1 के लिए 250 50, level 2 के लिए 50 to 250 and 10 to 50. Then level 3 के लिए 10 to 50, 2 to 10. I'm sure this would you would have understood by now. Turnover and borrowing. Yeah, sir. Them simple. And that holding and subsidiary also understood. Holding or subsidiary, whichever has a higher rank, both will be in that higher rank. Correct. Now chartered. Corporate. Corporate entities. Now chartered corporate entities may have they have two divisions. SNC, non-SNC. Now chartered SNC में they are given conditions. A. Securities are not listed or are not in the process of listing. Process of listing. B. Not bank, financial institutions, or insurance company. Turnover, SNC. Not a holding, not a holding or subsidy of a company which is not a holding or subsidiary of a company which is not a SNC. So basically, it's holding or subsidiary of a company which is SNC. Am I clear? But again, whichever is higher, you have to remember. And SNC, which are not SNC. So if you see now SNC ka conditions, they are just reverse of level 1. Level 1 में listed or in the process of listing, bank, financial institution or insurance company. So level 1 and SNC में what is the SNC is not level 1. Oh yeah, level 1 में what listed or in the process of listing. SNC में not listed nor in the process of listing. Level 1 में बैंक, financial institution or insurance company. SNC में not bank. Because if it is a bank, it is level 1. Then turnover should be less than 250. Over level 1 में turnover should be more than 250. Borrowing should be less than 50 crore. So basically SNC covers all level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Okay, it is reverse of level 1. Check. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, so you understood the meaning of corporate entities chartered. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now my wonderful chartered account. We understood level 1, level 2, level 3. Yes, sir. Ekdam simple tha. Level 1 was what? So level 1 में 5 condition. Condition number 1, listed or in the process of listing. Yeah. Number 2, bank, financial institutions or insurance company. Turnover should be greater than 250 crores. Excuse me. Then borrowing should be more than 50 crores. Or holding and subsidiary of above. Level 2 में first two conditions gone. Turnover 50 to 250, borrowings 10 to 50. Level 3 में turnover 10 to 50 and borrowings 2 to 10. And level 4 में less than 10, less than 2. Am I clear? And SMC is chartered reverse of level 1. Should not be listed, should not be banked, turnover should be less than 250, borrowing should be less than 50. So chartered, if I say if you are listed, then SMC. If you are listed, then non-SMC. If you are bank, foreign financial institutions or insurance company, then level 1. Turnover greater less than 250 crores. Turnover greater than 250 crores, non-SMC. Borrowings greater than 50 crores, non-SMC. Acha. Now chartered number 5. Applicability on Non-corporate. Applicability on non-corporate charter. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Level 1, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Am I clear? Full exemption. Full exemption chartered means they are not supposed to. Level 1 के लिए तो all AS are applicable. Level 2, 3, 17, 20. 3, 17, 20. In consolidation के standards 21, 23, 27 and extra 25. 3, 17, 20 consolidation के standard 21, 23, 27 and 25. Partial exemption. Exemption. Partial exemption or relaxation. That means you don't have to apply the full standard, but part standard, you don't have to cook, but do cutting of vegetables. Partial exemption 15, 19, 28, 29. Correct? Over here 3, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23, 27. Extra is 24, 25. Over here 10, 11, 15, 19, 28, 29. Partial exemption mein there could be some relaxation as far as disclosures are concerned. Over here 3, 14, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23, 27. These are what? Consolidation. 24, 25, 28. And over here 10, 11, 15, 13, 15, 19, 22, 26, 29 charted. These are partial exemptions. So this you have to learn. Over here, all AS are applicable. Sir, I am asking what and you are saying what. I am asking, are we supposed to learn? If you learn, it's better because now there are MCQs, so they may test you on some standard, which is whether it is exempt, fully exempt, partially exempt. 3, 17, 18, it's not very difficult if you check. 3, 17, 20 is common. Correct. 3, 17, 20, 21, 23, 27 and 25. These are common. Over here, extra is how much? 18, 18 and 24 are extra. Then next May, 14 and 28 extra. Level 1 में 3, 17, 20, 21, 23, 27 and 25. 3 plus 17, 20, 21, 23, 27, 25. Extra is what? 18, 24. 18, 24. Over there extra is what? 14 and 28. So over here extra, level 2 में extra is 18, 24. Over here extra is 25, 28. Am I clear? Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes. Now, chartered applicability of corporate. Copied. चले चलो now profit everything. Yeah. Applicability on corporate entities. Corporate entities को let's divide into now chartered SMC, non-SMC. Now chartered SMC and non-SMC में applicability में full exemption AS-17 optional. If they want, they can apply, else they can leave. 25 partial AS-15, 19, 20, 28. Okay, now non-SMC में started, let's divide. If you are unlisted or unlisted and net worth less than 250 crores. Net worth, I'm not talking about turnover. Net worth means asset minus liability or share capital plus reserves and surplus minus losses. Then you will apply always. Correct? If you are listed or net worth greater than equal to 250 crores. When I say listed means it includes process of listing. Or net worth greater than equal to 250 crores. Or 3. Or holding subsidiary joint venture of above company. Apply in days. Oh my God. So listed company or net worth greater or voluntarily or holding subsidiary of any of the above, then you are supposed to apply. So you can apply in days voluntarily also. So if you are an SMC and if you want to apply in days, allowed is allowed. Allowed charter. Am I clear? Now, remember one more thing. This is and this is or. You should be unlisted and net worth should be less than 250 crores to apply A's. And for in days, you should be listed or your net worth is greater than 250 crores. So if your net worth is greater than 250 crores, you are unlisted. Apply in days. You are listed, net worth less than 250 crores. Apply in days. So listed. If you are listed, whatever is your net worth, apply in days. If your net worth is greater than 250 crores, whether listed or unlisted, apply in days. So if you are unlisted as well as your net worth is less than 50 crores, then only you will apply AS chartered. Am I clear? So large companies may large, largest. This is large companies may larger and largest. Larger के लिए two condition. You should be unlisted plus. So suppose you are listed plus net worth greater than 250. Listed plus net worth less than 250. Unlisted plus net worth greater than 250. Unlisted plus net worth less than 250. Listed है, one condition satisfied, in days. Listed in days. Unlisted, but net worth is greater than 250 in days. Unlisted and net worth is also less than 250. Then only apply AS. Oh my God. Okay, sir. So whether you are listed or net worth is greater than 250 crores, you will apply in days. Else apply AS chartered. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes. Sir. Correct. Incorrect. Correct. Chartered. Understood? Yes. Now chartered. So we have done applicability and last concept number 5. This is applicability of corporate. So third arrow I forgot. Bank, financial institutions, NBFC. Bank, financial institutions, and insurance. Whatever is the net worth, they'll apply. Yes. Am I clear? So bank, financial institutions, and insurance company, even if they are listed, HDFC, SBI, all are listed, but they will all apply AS. Why? Because banks clear the drum, and if they are non-corporate, they're in level 1. Am I clear? So if they are corporate or non-corporate, bank, insurance, and financial institutions, whether corporate or non-corporate, they will always apply AS. All AS. Understood? Yes or no? Yes. Now charted. Five. Concept 5. Status of AS. Status of AS. See, what did we state before status of AS? Applicability for corporate, applicability for non-corporate, how to identify corporate, how to bifurcate non-corporate. Correct? Everything we did, and now we are here, sir. Oh, sir, will we get these notes? Absolutely. You are the brightest future of this country. Without you, how can I survive? I have to give you notes. No, chartered? No. Point number 1. Section 129(1) of Companies Act 2013 requires companies to present their financial statements in accordance under Section 133 by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Requires company to present their financial statement in accordance under Section 133. 133 क्या बोलता है? 133 says this. Clear. If you are covered under 136, that means you're supposed to follow this. If you're not covered under 133, 133 में ये सब ड्रामा है. Am I clear? Then section section 140, this is section 14 3E. Auditor is also required state in auditor's report whether financial statements comply with is or not. It has a lot of responsibility. So all these sections makes it mandatory for company to follow AS. Correct? Section 129(5). Company should disclose in its financial statements the deviation from accounting standards. The reason or deviation. Why did you deviate? Did you deviate? Yes, sir. Why did you deviate? And the reason for deviation. Correct? And impact of deviation. Impact means because of deviation from accounting standard, my profit is understated by 2 crores. Because of deviation from accounting standard, my profit is overstated by 2 crores. That also you have to state. Financial and impact of financial nature or financial impact. Also state that financial statements do not disclose true and fair view. Because they have deviated from the financial statement, reason for deviation and the impact of deviation. Therefore, financial statements are not true and fair. Chatterjee, this you have to tell. Am I clear? Yes or no? Number 4. Order of priority. Order of priority. What is of order of priority? First, we will have law. Second, we will have accounting standard. Third, we'll have schedule 3. So if there is a fight between law and AS, law will win. If there is a fight between AS and schedule 3 will win. No, AS will win. Therefore, AS is more powerful than law. No, AS is more powerful than schedule 3. So students start feeling sad. Sir, AS is not powerful than law. Obviously, law will be more powerful. No, Companies Act में lifting of corporate wheel. AS does not discuss about it. No? So who shall be given more power? If there is a criminal activity done in the company. Does AS cover criminal activities? No. So for that you have to go to law only. No. Law में accounts वाला part is covered by schedule 2. Schedule 3 से we are more powerful. Law has to be more powerful. If I murder somebody, I'll go to schedule AS. I'll go to law. Law. Oh, so if there's a bribery issue, there's an illegal weapon issue, if there's money laundering, if there is drugs dealing, if there is human trafficking, all this will be covered by law or yes, law. That's why we go to law chartered. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So chartered, this is the structure. Now, today when we started, let's recap fatafat. Okay. Today when we started, first we studied accounting. Then we studied AS. Then AS setting. Then applicability. And then status. Accounting when we studied that we do accounting is recording of financial transaction and events. Recording of financial transaction and events. For what, Joy? For the purpose of finding out profit and financial position by preparing financial statements, correct? Then we understood what is financial statements, PL and balance sheet. Correct? Who prepares financial statement? Chartered accountants. For whom? Users. What is the problem of users? Comparability. Why comparability may problem? Because of comparability both interfirm and intrafirm. Why there is a problem? Too many alternatives, in some cases non-alternative. Hence to solve the problem, AS came. Okay. So second is AS. What is AS? What is AS chartered? AS is nothing but accounting standards are nothing but standards of accounting. So what are standards? Any process, guideline, rules which standardizes the financial statement. They are written policy documents. Correct? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So what are AS over here? Hi, Anna. Yes. Now chartered after that. After what is AS, you understood accounting standards. What are the objectives of accounting standard or aspects which are covered by accounting standards? Accounting standards covers basically 7. Objective, scope, definition, recognition, measurement, presentation and disclosure. Which are more important? These are more important. Am I clear? Then what are advantages? Standardization, disclosure and comparability. So what is AS? What is the objective of AS? First we find out the area, intangible asset. Intangible assets all these 7 aspects. Then we find out government grant. Then government grant all these 7 aspects. Inventory valuation, all these 7 aspects. So every area of issue, all these 7 aspects are discussed by AS. What is the advantage of this? So these 3 parts we studied. AS setting up process. Who sets up AS? ASB. First they decide the area or the issue. Then they find out prepare the group. Then there is comments and views. Then incorporating comments and views, they create exposure draft. Again there is comments and views. Exposure draft ka comment and views incorporate करने के बाद they do modification. Then they issue of AS by ASB, ICAI or ASB. Then notified by NAFRA and MCA. Am I clear? To the company. And last is revision and review. Understood? AS applicability. Applicability may applicable to all the organizations who are into commercial, industrial and business activities. Application में corporate, non-corporate. Corporate में SMC, non-SMC. And non-corporate में 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Yes or no? Now chartered. Then you have to remember the conditions of SMC. SMC ka condition was what? It should not be listed. It should not be bank, financial institutions or insurance. Its turnover should be less than 250. Its borrowing should be less than 50. Am I clear? And it should not be a holding or subsidiary of any non-SMC. Understood? Yes or no? Yes. Level 1, 2, 3 mein to, you know the conditions, how many times I did. And the status. This is what we did in entire class today chartered, and we finished 2 chapters over here. Basically, you can say 1 chapter, that is applicability, but the institute has given us 1 more chapter by the name of introduction. So introduction to AS and applicability we have done completely. So now we are free to enter any AS chartered. This was a strong introduction that you understand basically applicability and the introduction part में chartered. You remember we discussed recognition, measurement, disclosure. That is very, very important, which we'll require when we do further AS chartered. Am I clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Thank you so much for being with me. See you tomorrow with a fresh standard. Till then, goodbye. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye bye, chat.